Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jerry, I'm your host to the next 21st century Great Basin Gold Rush. Thanks for joining me. So I'm here today digging out at the mine, and I'm taking a break to talk to you a minute about my November activity. Out here was not a lot to see. In fact, I slipped and fell over at the ranch and sprained my ankle. Made it really hard to get around, and climbing around on this kind of terrain out here, you really got to have good footing underneath you. And I'm a heavy person. I had a hard time walking. Pretty severe sprain. Glad it's all better now. I'm up and running. Okay, so I don't have a whole lot to show you for November, unless, I put up a bunch more monotonous digging and processing and water and tailings and, just monotonous day-to-day mining activity. What I did figure out during the, basically took about a month off, the whole month of November, and figured out what the channel's about. The channel started because my mining partner, Les Staples, could no longer join me out here on the claims. He was in a rest home facility. He was 96 years old. Because he couldn't be here, I started filming what I was doing and what's going on, so I could bring it to him and show him. Then they moved him to a facility that was far away, and I couldn't, he was just 30 miles away in town. They moved him up to like 250 miles away. So I put the videos on the YouTube and talked to his nurse and got her to get it on his phone, so then he could see what was going on out here at the mine. He'd been helping me for years, and wanted to give him updates. That's why there's no narration or anything, just because I used to just go and tell him what was going on and show him the video. But once I put them on YouTube, people said, well, you've got to narrate and tell us what's going on. So I started making more videos and started narrating. Okay, so as things go along, unfortunately, my good friend and mining partner passed away in May of 2022. So that leaves me out here by myself on a great big huge mining claim, all by myself. And I put the offer out in my earlier videos to anybody else that would like to get in the mining business. And I've had pretty good response. There's some pretty solid people out there that are pretty serious about getting in the mining business, and they've been out here and they've met with me and they prospected and looked at things and they're excited. Let me tell you the situation. I might have mentioned my name's Jerry. I've been out here mining for 35 years, and I've commercially mined for that long, and I've mined on both sides of the mountain range here. I'm the only one out here that's mined on both sides of the mountain commercially. And this is an area in the Great Basin that you never hear about. There's thousands of channels on YouTube about gold mining in various forms all over the place. California, Arizona, Oregon, lots of famous places where they mine. Nobody ever talks about mining in the Great Basin and the gold rush that went on in the Great Basin. Just over the hill from me, see those telephone poles or transmission line poles? Just about the same distance from them poles on the other side of this mountain for me, next canyon over, they took 500,000 ounces out of that canyon, and nobody seems to have heard of it. Even, the little town over here not too far away, most of them people, they don't know about it. There's been quite a bit of continuous mining activity out here In fact, this mine over the hill from me was one of only 5 mines that was allowed to continuously operate through World War II. The mining was shut down, but there were some exceptions made. Nonetheless, most people think this place is mined out. The gold here is not found in places you normally find gold, or where gold is normally deposited. In other words, all the rules that go along with most of the places that you find gold doesn't necessarily apply here. Okay, this is not easy to do. I'm not used to being on camera. If you notice, I've never been on any of my videos until now. So, most of the people that come out here, and there's been many commercial operators over the years, come out here and miserably fail. Just basically lose everything, because mostly they're not willing to do their homework and study where the gold is present, and once you find it, how to mine it. In fact, that's the biggest downfall with most of the commercial operations, and I've seen many of them start up and fail out here. So like I don't want to say my neighbor failed down here, because he didn't fail, but he was not profitable. And he's not done. I feel he's discouraged right now. But nonetheless, people come out here and they don't want to do their homework. They don't want to do the literally hundreds and thousands of test pans and samples and test holes and trenches and holes and holes. Because, as you know, if you're a prospector, prospecting sucks most of the time. Prospecting's it's pretty hard to find gold, panning. Basically, if you've been doing this, you don't make any money prospecting. The purpose of prospecting is to find an ore body that you can mine. And some people are happy with prospecting, and they're not in it to make money, and they don't care about that. And I was that way for a long time, but I just enjoyed finding gold. And when I realized how much was so easily accessible out here, so easy to get, I wanted to make enough to live on. So yeah, at a young age, 1987, I began commercial mining out here with pretty much nothing. And I mean, everything you see in my videos, everything has literally been dug out of the ground. I have more equipment that's already in the boneyard that I've retired. This is my new stuff. Okay, so getting back to, I told you how the channel started. Now it's evolved, and what I got done in November, and what I can tell you, is I've decided what the channel's about. And it's about the invitation I put out to individuals who want to mine, and following their journey and watching them set up and start their operations. I have 2 real solid players right now. One of them is Goldhound Prospecting and Exploration, a guy over in Colorado. He's sounds fully dedicated to coming over here and setting up an operation. He's an experienced equipment operator, and go check out his channel, and he'll be one of the people. We'll be following his journey. I have a few more people that are going to come out here and set up on the claims. Now, I have 5 canyons on the property. I've had these claims since 2004. I've had exploration permits that have allowed me to dig with heavy equipment, 2 of them lasting 2 years each. So I've set up mill sites in 3 of the 5 canyons that I've dug. And of course, I didn't find the good, the best spot until last. I mean, I got set up in digging in one place, and I would always prospect for a better place, and if I found a better place, then I would move my whole operation and go set it up over there. Or I would set it up where it would be more convenient, where I'm going to not have to rehandle tailings and such. I'm going to put up some of my, I did some videos back in 2012 and 2015. When I get smarter on the computer, I'll figure out how to get those put over on a modern computer and hopefully post them up here. But what we're going to do is we're going to follow the journey of these five. Well, I have 5 canyons, and I have room for 2 mining operations in each one of these canyons, stretched for 3/4 of a mile. Okay, based on the rate that I mine, there's plenty of room for 2 operations in each canyon. So we could have 10 little mining operations up here. And, this is what the Gold Rush show should have been, Todd Hoffman and all them. They should have been following the journey of individuals, starting small operations and not, trying to turn into big corporate mining operations. Okay, so some of these, 2 of these individuals have already brought equipment out here, and we've already started their paperwork to get them started in the 2023 new year. The dead of winter is not the best time to be setting up a mining operation. I'm already set up. I'm all ready to go. I'll have days where the weather's really decent, so I'll be able to run gravel. If you're starting out new, you want to wait till March. Wait till the weather, gets more easier to deal with. So if you want to follow the journey of some, I was looking for experienced people, but I'm not getting any experienced people at all. It seems they all have a place to go. And if you're an experienced miner, if you're an experienced operator and you know how to placer mine, and you're not getting an average of 1.2 grams per yard like me, I mean, that's what I have to get to be profitable out here. These people on TV, they're jumping up and down and saying hooray when they got 100 yards per, to the ounce. That's garbage. I throw that crap away. I got 10 million yards of that stuff to run. I mean, out here in the desert where water's precious, you can't waste time on 100 yard to the ounce waste dirt. I'm at 30 to 35 yards to the ounce. If I run 100 yards, I want to see 3 yards, 3 ounces in the box. So it's not easy. I mean, just even if I have what I think is good ore. Other people might think it's not great, but it's the best I've ever found. I worked out here, tried to make it on that 100 yard to the ounce dirt for years, and it's a really tough struggle because I have to haul water, and evaporation's a big factor, and 100 yards to the ounce is tough out here unless you have a lot of resources, unless you can turn the I have a well on the property here. I have a well that produces 500 gallons a minute. For me to turn that well on, I would be over developing my mining operation. For me, water is not a limiting factor. I haul a load of water with me to work every day because I got to come to work anyway. So I let it fill up the garden hose overnight, and in the morning it's full, and I drive it to work. And if I do that after 3 days, I have more water than I know what to do with. I don't have the capacity for it. So water's not been a limiting factor and you think it would be because I truck it, but it's really not. The limiting factor for me is my time, and the fact that I have to dissect the earth. Getting back to the people who come out here over the years that have failed and don't want to do their homework. Well, you know, they got the attitude, well, we want all the gold, so we're gonna run it all. Well, you know, that's the fastest way to go broke. I mean, you've got to get the waste material, and there's a lot of material that is absolutely barren of gold out here, has no gold in it. And you've got to know the difference and know what you're putting in that machine that it's going to produce. All these people who act like they're surprised how much gold they get, I'm never surprised. I know how much gold is in my box based on what I put in it. It's never a surprise to me. So anyway, don't have a lot of mining activity to show you for this month, but if you want to follow the journey of some new miners getting started, if you want to get started, get my email, send me an email. Carl the Crusher wants me to remind you to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.